Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a platform game in Unity 6 episode 1, tile sets. So the first step is to install Unity Hub. Simply go in your browser, search up Unity Hub download, click on the first link, and then click the download Unity button. Next, after it's finished installing, click on install editor, and then click on Unity 6, install. After that, go into projects, new project, and universal, and then click on universal 2D. Name it whatever you want. In my case, 2D platformer tutorial. In this case, I already made that. I'm just gonna call it 2. And then click create project. Now that Unity has finished installing, and you've set up your project, simply go and download VS Code. Just search VS Code download, and then go to the extensions tab after it's finished installing in the app. And then search up C#. Now download the C# extension as well as the C# dev kit extension, and now after that search up Unity, download Unity code snippets modified and Unity. Now go ahead and in your browser search up Unity Asset Store, and then in the search bar search up Pixel Adventure 1. After that, click on the first one, download it, and then after it's downloaded, you can press open in Unity. And this will open up your project, at least most likely. After that, you can close your browser, open this up, and then simply import it. And then it will put all the packages in. And then next, rename this folder into sprites. Next, make 2 more folders, one called rendering, then drag in these 2. One called input, and then drag this in. Now I'm going to explain Unity's layout. So first of all, there is the project tab. This is everything in the game. You're not necessarily using it, but it's still in the game. Next is the console, which will show all and any error messages and any logs or prints that you want. Next is the inspector, where you inspect game objects, which are in the hierarchy. The hierarchy lists all the game objects. And a game object is literally anything that's in your game. Let's say you have an audio manager. Let's say you have some grass. Let's say you have a tile set, which is what we're going to be building today. Anything is a game object. And in your inspector, you can inspect it. For example, here I am inspecting, and I can change my camera. In this case, I don't want to, but that's fine. Next, after I figure out that I did a stupid error and change this back to sprites, we are going to create a game object. And this one is going to be a tile set. So create, right click, 2D object, and then tilemap rectangular. As I said, everything is a game object, and that's including our tilemap. Now, in this, you will most likely see this in the scene view, which lets you preview all your stuff, and the game view lets you preview what the game will look like when it's run. And lastly, the package manager is all the packages in your game, all the external packages. Anyways, in the scene view, click on open tile palette, and then drag it over here. You have multiple windows. That's how I put the package manager there. Now, in your sprites folder, go to assets, and then go to terrain, and then there's terrain slice. Now inspect it in the inspector. You can switch between these two tabs, and then go to pixels per unit and set it to 16. This means that each tile will take up a unit, and this one's already sliced, so you don't really need to open up the sprite editor or edit anything. And then you literally just have to apply that, go into your tile palette, and now you're going to drag this in. This will make all the tiles and make you actually able to do it. Next, go into your assets. In my case, it's a bit weirder. I'm going to have to, no, I'm sorry. And here, make a folder, call it tileset, and then inside that, create another folder called tiles to store all your tiles. Now then, do what I was going to do earlier, drag into terrain slice. First create a new tile palette. Let's call it terrain. Create. And then we're going to create it in that folder. In this case, I'm kind of struggling to find it. I'm going to have to drag that and then simply go to tileset and then right here. And now I can drag my terrain slice. So in my, I'm going to go to tileset folder. Whoops, wrong tileset folder. Tileset folder, tiles, and it's going to generate all of these tiles. Now then, this works really well as it is. As you can see, I can draw a lot of stuff. But I want the tile system to be very robust. So in order to do that, I'm going to go back into my tileset area, and I'm going to create 2D tiles rule tile. And then let's call this terrain. Go back into the inspector, and basically what this will do is make it so that you can select one tile, and then it will automatically set the other tiles, making it so that you can just make levels a lot quicker. And so what we're going to do is set the default sprite quickly, and then search terrain here, and then select the one that looks the most middle. Next, we will add a tiling rule, and then we're going to select terrain. I would highly recommend copying and then pasting it, since we're going to be copying this, since we're going to be typing this a lot. And then we're going to go from top left to bottom right. So after you selected this, click put arrows here, which means that you can have tiles here, but then you can't have tiles here. Just double click. And then we are just going to basically do that for every tile. Again, just copy paste, and I'm going to select middle tile, and then it can't be at the top, but it can be at the sides. And I'm going to add another one, which is this, and then it can have these two, but it can't have these two. And then next I'm going to add another one. I'm going to select this, and there can have these three, but it can't have any tiles there. Then I'm going to continue adding them. The middle one can have any. Until I have made my entire set of rule tiles. Next I am going to add another one. Then I'm going to select this, and this one will have these two and these two. And this one will have this. Also lock the inspector. That means that this can't actually ever go until you unlock it. So you'll always be in this. Like this will always be shown, despite even if you tap on another one until you unlock it. Now let me see. So that I believe we have the middle one, and now then we set the top 3 to be allowed, but the bottom one not. Now then, we're going to select the last one, if I'm not mistaken, which will be these two and this. And now, in order to kind of make it so that you can do this with other tiles, we just have to simply duplicate this. And I'm going to show actually what this does quickly. So if I drag this rule tile right here, and then I select this rule tile, and then if I do this, then you can see that it automatically does stuff. So let's say I wanted to fill in a rectangle like this. Then boom, it automatically sets the tiles. It's amazing. So now then we can just duplicate this for, let's say, another one, such as the hell looking one in my opinion. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply just do the same thing. So I'm going to paste this. I'm going to put in this. It's the default one. I'm going to select. I'm curious what this is. Okay, I just realized I did it on the wrong one, but it doesn't really matter. Anyways, now I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to continue selecting them. Terrain, and then this, and then this, and now then I can select this, and now I can select this, and then simply this, 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 and lastly this. And now then, we have successfully made 2 sets of tile sets, which we can really easily just paint around. Wait one moment. Let me unlock. For some weird reason, this one, oh yeah, I forgot. Now we have to drag it in for every one of them. So, for example, I'm dragging in this one, and if I select this, then now we have possibly the most robust tile set system in Unity, I guess. So I guess, bye.